up, all my fight fans? So this past Saturday, we had ourselves UFC 295. We had it at MSG, and we got ourselves a new light heavyweight champion of the world, Alex Pereira. I'm not sure if I'm saying that last name right or wrong. Excuse me. But forgive me. Alex Pereira is now your UFC light heavyweight champion of the world by defeating Yuri Prochazka. It was a very fun fight. It wasn't something that was a back and forth war, but it definitely had some really good fun moments. You know, let's start off with how this fight got made. Well, we all know that it's been this light heavyweight championship has been a case of like a hot potato thing going on. You know, we all know that back in, I want to say June-ish, around that time frame of 2022, Glover Teixeira, who was the light heavyweight champion of the world, took on Yuri Prochazka in a real back and forth battle. It was a great fight. Yuri Prochazka got the victory and became your light heavyweight champion of the world. After the fact, I want to say a couple months after that, he ends up hurting his shoulder really, really bad, where he has to vacate the championship. Well, there was a fight with Jan Blachowicz and Ankalaev, I believe his name is, in December of 2022. That fight led into a draw. That fight was supposed to clear, pretty much name a new light heavyweight champion, but it did not. So in January, you had Jamal Hill taking on Glover Teixeira for the light heavyweight championship of the world. Jamal Hill ends up winning. Well, little time passes on. Jamal Hill tears his Achilles, and now the belt was vacated, and finally we got ourselves a light heavyweight champion of the world in Alex Pereira, taking on and beating Yuri Prochazka. So, with that being said, in the fight, we seen pretty much Alex Pereira do what he does best. He walks his opponents down. He moves forward. He really seems, in some ways, very stiff to me, but it's just his style. It's just his way he fights, you know. And Yuri Prochazka does what he does best, switches stances, pretty much keeps his opponents guessing, but he really didn't have too much answers for Alex Pereira's leg kicks. His leg kicks pretty much, or his calf kicks, excuse me. With those calf kicks, he pretty much was damaging Yuri, making him switch stances and almost buckling him. I actually seen Yuri buckle a few times with those calf kicks, and it was really, really bothering him. But Yuri Prochazka was able to utilize some of his wrestling skills, some of his takedown skills, and he did that in the first round. And going into the second round, it was a little bit more of the same. You know, Yuri Prochazka was able to land a few punches here and there, a few good strikes, a few good jabs, and switching stances again. I think he was switching stances a little bit more just due to the fact with those calf kicks, because they were just really, really playing a toll on him. You know, he definitely seemed like the more busier fighter. I did feel like Alex Pereira was very slow starting, but when he was landing, he was really making Yuri pay really, really bad. And as the fight continued to go, again, Yuri started, I want to say, upping his momentum as much as he could with that bum leg that he was having, because at this point it was starting to get bruised, and you could tell it was really bothering him standing on it. But Alex Pereira was able to connect with Yuri Prochazka and pretty much put him down. And this is where things get a little tricky, where when he started doing some, I won't necessarily ground and pound, he started landing some elbows while Yuri Prochazka was on his knees. And then Yuri Prochazka pretty much fell backwards, bringing in Alex Pereira by his legs, making Alex Pereira fall on top of him. Now, the fight gets stopped. The fight gets stopped, and a lot of people are saying maybe it was an early stoppage. Well, pretty much all that got stopped with Yuri Prochazka's statement. Yuri Prochazka pretty much said it crystal clear that he was out. After the fight, they interviewed him, and he said he was out. The rightful winner won. Alex Pereira defeated me. That's pretty much what Yuri Prochazka has stated. And that's what I agree with. Not just only did I agree with it, even if Yuri Prochazka did not say it, after looking at it multiple times, you see Yuri Prochazka fall backwards. And maybe he was trying to, like, you know, save himself and try to take Alex Pereira down, but just the way he fell, it almost looked like he slumped over for just a sec. I can understand why the referee would step in, because first Alex Pereira connects, Yuri Prochazka is still up, then he connects again and he drops down to his knees. Then Alex Pereira is connecting again while he's on his knees, and pretty much Yuri Prochazka falls backwards. At this point, I really feel like if the fight continued, Alex Pereira was pretty much just going to stop him anyway with the ground and pound. So Alex Pereira is now your light heavyweight champion of the world. Now moving forward, what is next for Alex Pereira? Well, this division is still stacked with opponents. A lot of rising stars and a lot of good fights that he could potentially have. You know, this is Alex Pereira's second fight in the light heavyweight division. He already had defeated Jan Blachowicz, and now he defeated Yuri Prochazka. Well, we all know what Dana White said. Dana White pretty much made it crystal clear that the #1 contender is in fact Jamal Hill, which I feel like that's, you know, it should be. You know, Jamal Hill did not lose the strap. He pretty much had to vacate it due to his injury. And within time, I'm sure he's going to be back to normal, and he will pretty much be taking on Alex Pereira for the championship of the world. So with that being said, there really is nothing else other than it really depends on Jamal Hill's recovery time. If he needs more time, then I feel like the #1 contendership should go to Yuri Prochazka, if you ask me. I know a lot of people are going to be like, hey, you know what, he had his chance. I'd still give it to him again, just due to the fact that if you look at the light heavyweight division, there really isn't no crystal clear #1 contender. You got Ankalaev, who pretty much had a no contest and a draw. You have Jan Blachowicz, who he pretty much already beaten. You got Jamal Hill, who is out for the time being. Sure, you may have got Rakic and Anthony Smith, but I would want to see those guys get maybe a couple more victories before giving them a title shot. That's just me personally. So I would say if Jamal Hill is not ready, then maybe, just maybe, you would give Yuri another chance, because it gives him time to vindicate himself, whether or not it was a fast stoppage or not. Even though Yuri has already said no, it wasn't, but still give him that second chance. That's me. That's my personal opinion, and that's what I have also for Yuri Prochazka. If he does not get that second chance, again, this is his 4th fight in the light heavyweight division in the UFC. I think in general, we know he fought Dominic Reyes, he got Glover Teixeira, he got Alex Pereira. I'm drawing a blank on who that 4th one was, but nonetheless, he could take on multiple people in this division. Again, you got Anthony Smith, you got Rakic, you got Ankalaev, you got Jan Blachowicz. So there's a few fighters out there that keep himself busy, for sure, for Yuri Prochazka. So there you guys go. Let me know what you think of the fight. Let me know what you think of that stoppage, and let me know what you think is going to be next for Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka. Thanks for watching, guys, and like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.